All right, let's get to that breaking news. We're following two major stories, both involving gun violence in Western Washington.
In Lakewood, 7 people were shot at a crowded park just before sunset last night. And in downtown Seattle, 3 people were shot right outside the Four Seasons Hotel near the waterfront. Overnight, we learned that the suspect was shot and killed by a private citizen with a license to carry a firearm. We'll have more on that with our Drew Andre live at the scene here in just a couple of moments. First, let's start with you, Savannah Welch in Lakewood. Savannah, we know that Harry Todd Park was just packed with people last night out enjoying our beautiful weather when shots were fired. What happened?
Yeah, Jake, this was a really scary situation. It was a nice day. The park was packed with people walking around. There were more than 100 people walking around the park when this all happened yesterday. And this morning, police are still searching for the shooter. The shooting happened around 8 last night. We know of the 7 victims, 5 were transported to area hospitals by West Pierce Fire, and 3 people are in critical condition. 2 more victims showed up at the hospital of the 7 victims. Now, King 5 spoke with a woman who was at the park with her friend when they heard the gunshots.
We were really scared, and we had a baby with us, and my friend was carrying her baby, and there was multiple families trying to duck their kids, and the person that was standing behind me got shot and fell to the ground, and he started bleeding everywhere. And then next thing you know, you hear everybody screaming, crying.
Investigators are trying to figure out how this all started. They say victims were found both inside and outside the park. Police say they don't have any suspects in custody. Now, Lakewood detectives are still gathering interviews and gathering information from witnesses. They say that anyone who was at the park when this happened that maybe had video or photos, they're asking them to step forward and give them a call. In Lakewood, Savannah Welch, King 5 News.
Thanks for that, Savannah. Let's now go to downtown Seattle, where King 5's Drew Andre is live, not too far from the Four Seasons, where a private citizen shot and killed a gunman. Drew, what have you learned about this?
Well, Shantae, all of this happened just outside the Four Seasons, right here near the corner of First and Union. Right now, there's just one police officer that's still on scene. It's largely wrapped up, but police say this happened around 10 o'clock last night. As you know, this is an area that is busy even into the evening time. Police say that there was an altercation that led to a shooting. One man shot 2 others, and after that, the suspect, who they're considering the suspect, started to flee the scene, and that's when they say another person stepped in and shot and killed the suspect. Let's show you some of our video here on scene. Once the investigation was underway here, we saw crime scene investigators that were out there, and then along the ground we can see evidence markers, a number of shell casings, a shoe on the ground, all of this again in the area near the corner of First and Union. Police say they still don't know what led up to that altercation that led to the shooting, but they say once the suspect shot 2 others, he fled, and that's when the private citizen shot that man. Police say they're interviewing that private citizen. They say he is licensed to carry a gun and has cooperated with police so far. Now, Chief Sean Barnes was on scene and spoke with us earlier this morning.
We know the biggest predictor of violence is a preceding case of violence. We need people to call early and often when they see altercations. We need people to have cooler heads to prevail. People who are carrying weapons, just know that our officers are out here. We are doing proactive patrols. We're trying to get as many of these weapons off the street as we can. We're responding as quickly as we can to emergencies, but it's going to take the entire community working with the Seattle Police Department so we can have a safe summer.
And we know young people were involved in this particular shooting. The fire department said that it involved a 17-year-old, an 18-year-old, and also a young adult too. Now, the 2 people that were shot in that initial altercation, police say they have serious injuries and are right now at Harborview. Live in downtown Seattle, Drew Andre, King 5 News.
Drew, thank you. Something we'll follow throughout the day. Also this morning, Seattle police investigating a deadly stabbing near 4th and Pike in the downtown core. That's right near Westlake Center. This happened at about 10:30 last night. Police determined there was a fight between 2 men when one of the men stabbed the other. The injured 30-year-old man ran into the alley, collapsed, and died. Officers recovered a knife at the scene. We're told the man involved in the stabbing is cooperating with police.